What's going on? It's Big Guns and Pistols. I'm back with another one. What I want to do for this video is I want to show you guys both my ARs. I've shown you this before, but what I want to do mainly for my 16-inch ARs, I want to show you guys the process it took for me to get this rifle customized exactly how I want it to be. Same thing with this one. The one that you see here on my left, I've showed you guys that before. It's a 10.5-inch AR. I was able to pick out all of the pieces that I desire to have and put that one together. One thing I also want to mention, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I will put the link to my other channel in the description so that if you guys want to go over to that channel and see the things that I'm talking about over there, you're welcome to do so. But I do want to mention that channel is not going to be for everybody. I may be saying some things that's offensive. I may be saying some things that's a bit harsh, and it's not going to be for everybody. One thing that's, in my opinion, that I think is going to be part of self-defense is getting your body right. You guys see my body. I'm pretty slim. I'm pretty thin. I really don't have any fat on me. But one thing that I do want to do is start building my arms and my shoulders and my chest. I'm going to start lifting weights, bench pressing. I want to start building muscle. All right, so this is the first AR that I want to get into. Now, this gun has went through so many different changes. I'm going to post pictures on the screen of what this firearm used to look like before I started modifying it. Because really what happened is I took a cheap AR, I stripped it down bare. Everything in this gun, I stripped it down because when I first bought this gun, it was $700. I bought it back in 2011 and I bought it for $700. It's a Delton. Now, one of the reasons I'm gonna tell you that I got a good one is because at least I got one that has a forged upper and lower, as well as a 4150 chrome moly vanadium steel barrel. Now, the thing about that is you will see some barrels that are 4140. I wouldn't even waste my money getting those. Now, at the time I bought this gun, I was really young and I didn't know too much about ARs. It just so happened that I was able to get a good one. The barrel is a 5.56 NATO barrel. Of course, it's a 1-in-9 twist. The big thing is that 4150 chrome moly vanadium steel, and I got the forged upper and lower. The bulk carrier group that came with this AR was really cheaply made. It wasn't even a full auto bulk carrier group. So I stripped this whole entire thing down. It's totally clear, which it is. The first thing I did to this gun was a new bulk carrier group. I got a new bulk carrier group. I didn't want to keep the phosphate bulk carrier group because I knew that there was many more bulk carrier groups out there that were better, and I just wanted to up that. I wanted to get something of better quality, and I went with the Landtac bulk carrier group. That's one of the main things that I changed on this gun. I went with the Landtac full auto with the enhanced cuts nickel boron bulk carrier group. This bulk carrier group got so many patents on, I can't even name them all. It does have a dome pin. Another thing that I changed was the trigger. I got me a drop-in trigger. On all my guns, I have drop-in single stage triggers. This is a 3.5-pound trigger, single stage. Another thing as well that I changed was the spring inside the buffer tube. I changed that spring. I did so many things to this gun that I never thought that I would do in the beginning, because in the beginning, I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want for this gun, how I want it to look, how I want to get this gun customized to be exactly how I want it to be and to fit me. It has to be tailored to you. Like you guys can see, I'm a pretty small guy, so I wanted to make sure that this bad boy was tailored to me. When you look at the magnifier, you'll see the magnifier mount. This is my third magnifier mount. I went through some cheap shit, and that's another thing. Anytime you're dealing with firearms, don't even waste your money getting that cheap shit, because I did that. Learn from me. I wasted a lot of money buying cheap things. Even if you look at the flashlight on this gun, this is like the second or third flashlight. I believe it's the second. Before, I think I had like a $13 or $14 flashlight on it before I really started to learn about flashlights. This one here I showed y'all guys this. I'll put the link in the description to this flashlight, but this is a 4,000 lumen flashlight. It's a 4,000 lumen flashlight. I love it. It's really good. It's really bright too. It's really bright. I got the Magpul. I showed y'all guys this. This is the Magpul light mount I got there. But just a few things that I wanted to make sure I did to enhance this gun, to pretty much build the value of this gun. Before, I didn't even have this stock with the locking mechanism. It didn't even have the locking mechanism on it. It was the older Magpul stock. I show you guys that in the picture. It's so many things on here that I changed. Everything was stripped down. Everything. I'm talking about handguard. Of course, it came with no optics. Stock, buffer spring. I even put this, what do you call this? This sling mount here. I put the bad lever. I changed out damn near everything on this gun. Even when you look at the barrel, you look at the muzzle device that I have, I changed that. I'm thinking about changing this one too. I don't know if I like it. It's too damn long. It's like 3 inches long, way too long. So I'm probably gonna change that out as well. Even though that costs me about, it's a good one, but I think I wanna go with a flash hider. That does a pretty decent job at suppressing the flash. I think I might want something like a 3-prong. The optic. Now, one thing about this optic is I went through so much research of looking at different optics and trying to see what I'm gonna get, what I'm not gonna get, what I want. I wasn't too sure what I wanted. Then I came across this Holosun. Holosun, this is one of their best optics, the 503 CU Elite. Also with this magnifier mount, it's a flip to side magnifier mount and it's sturdy. The ones I got, okay, the first one I got was a piece of trash. It was wobbly, it wasn't very sturdy, it cost me $20. The second one I got was a UTG magnifier mount. And that one, it was better, but it just didn't flip to the side far enough like this one does. This one is a Burris magnifier mount and it's really solid. I think I paid like $60, $70, $80 for this, something like that, but it's really good. I'm happy with it, it's sturdy, and I'm satisfied. Now, as for the magnification, I went with the Primary Arms 3X magnifier. It's really good, I like it, and I was surprised for $100 how clear it is. It's really clear glass, it's really sharp glass. Magnifier, all it does is just exactly what it says in the name. It magnifies the reticle. I didn't really see the need to spend that much money on a magnifier. And one thing I will say, if you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section. Comment in the comment section so that I can read that information and I can be informed, because I don't really see too much of a difference. Okay, why in the hell would I have to pay $600 for an EOTech magnifier when I can pay $100 or $200 or maybe even $300 for something that does pretty much the same, and it's built well too? A lot of people will say, well, you pay that much because it's built like a tank or the quality of it. But these other magnifiers for $200 and $300 is pretty much the equivalent from what I'm seeing. A lot of people said that Holosun wasn't that decent of an optic. Turns out it's just as good as a goddamn aim point as far as being able to hit targets, and it needs to withstand the test of time as it's been doing thus far. Now, we know that aim point is tried and true, but as of right now, the Holosun is, doing exactly what it needs to do, and these running about $200-300. This one in particular cost me about $300 because this is the 503 CU. This is one of their top ones. This is the Elite model with the panel on the top. Really good magnifier, really like it. It's a 2 MOA dot, just like the aim point. 2 MOA dot, really nice gun here. I don't think I'm gonna change anything else. If I do, it'll be this muzzle device, but as of right now, everything is pretty good like I need it to be. Another thing that I want to mention that I changed out that was really important for me to swap out is the charging handle. The stock charging handle that this gun came with was trash, complete garbage. And they know that. I went with the BCM Mod 3. This is the long latch so that I'm able to rack this gun back. So a really nice gun, up the value, spent a lot more money to get this to be how I want it to be. So initially I dropped $700 on the Bear rifle, stripped that down and put all of these new parts on it, because at the time I didn't know that I can just build my own. I didn't think that I could do that at that time. I was still a teenager. I didn't really know that I can actually build my own, because I was initially an AK guy. I had an AK before I ever had an AR. I never even thought that I was gonna get an AR, but I'm glad I did. Let's go on to my 10.5 inch. Here we go with the 10.5 inch AR. And first I'll say this, I wanted this because I wanted something that was a little more compact. I wanted something that I can maneuver around a bit more with. The complete upper, and matched it and mirrored it to the lower. Not an AR precision. I meant to say Aero Precision lower. 10.5 inch, 5.56, 1-in-7 twist barrel. I got that from Hardened Arms. Hardened Arms, I don't even believe they're still in business. Last time I checked, I think they went out of business. I think they went out of business because when I try to go, there's no website, and I think I read some on Google that said they closed down. Pretty decent upper, pretty decent upper. What I will say is that this upper has problems shooting 223. If I load a 223 round into the chamber, it'll get stuck. But if I load a 5.56 round into the chamber, I won't have any problems. And to let you guys know, these guns are clear. I shouldn't have to say that, because some people will get in the comments section and then they'll say, oh, you forgot to clear the gun. You're being unsafe. Man, these goddamn guns are clear. I've already done that before I even started the video. What you see is the WMD bulk carrier group. Had to get the nickel boron. Major fan of the nickel boron. This one here, man, is customized out, even all the way down to the dust cover. Flat dark earth in black, two-tone as I call it. This one here, I went with the Raptors charging handle, ambidextrous. There's more about these guns in some of my older videos, but I just want to show you guys, I understand why a lot of gun guys don't just have one AR. Because if I was gonna only have one AR, I would have to probably pick a 14.5 inch or a 12.5 inch. Most likely I would pick the 14.5 inch because the shorter that barrel is, the less accurate, of course, out to longer distance. The shorter the barrel is, the more problems you could have. I got the 16 inch, I got this 10.5 inch, and my last and final AR is gonna be a 12.5 inch. When I start that build, of course, I'm gonna take you guys through that process. But right now, I'm really satisfied with what I have. Holocene optic, really good optics, matches the flat dark earth perfectly. I do have the Surefire 600 lumen, I believe it's a G2X. I wanted to get the light mount flat dark earth too. And this is a LZ light mount. It's really good, I like it. One thing I will say is there may be some things that I'm gonna be adding to this firearm. I wanna add a magnifier. Thinking about also putting some of the Magpul flat dark earth rail covers on here. Of course, it's not gonna do what a 16 inch will do or what a 14.5 inch will do, but you can reach out there. I like to have me a magnifier on there. Also, you see here the ambidextrous selector switch. 10.5 inch, I just want to show you guys the changes that this one went through. This one went through so many different damn changes. I spent so much money to get this gun to be how I want it to be. It's big guns and pistols. If you like what I've shown you, if you like what you see here, subscribe to the channel.